Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now, I've been asked for this loads and loads of times, and it is just one of them things I haven't really got round to, so I'm going to do a quick one now. I'm going to do like a mini toolbox review. Now, I'm going to set it up into loads of different parts because to do it all in one, it'll just be too long and too boring. So what I'm going to show you is these new ones I got only a few days ago. They're a 5-drawer. They're a little toolbox that sits on top of your bigger toolbox, or they can really sit anywhere. Now, they're not a toolbox as such, they're just handy little drawers. They are Jones Ways, they're really good quality, really nice, really heavy. And we'll get cracking into it and we'll just show you what they're like and what's in them, more importantly. Right, so as you can see, 5 drawers, and the beauty thing about these is not only can you slide them out and obviously put them back in and they're all lockable, you can actually take them out. So depending on what you've got in here, you could physically take it out, move it somewhere and bring it with you rather than trying to bring your whole toolbox with you. So they're really good for the likes of holding fasteners, nuts and bolts, something you've got a lot of, and you can section them out and stuff like that. But what I've actually got in this one is now all padded front, top and bottom, which is really handy. Now, I've only quickly put some stuff in here. I haven't done anything proper with it yet because most of the stuff I've put in here isn't really going to stay in here. It's just to give you an idea. I'm doing a tool review on these. These are absolutely brilliant. These are they're just a 90-degree bend, but they're really clever how they work. And then we've got a 45-degree one here. That's a quarter. This is fantastic. Now, this, you cannot get these anymore. These are really, really hard to get and ridiculously expensive now. It's Blue Point Snap-on, basically. Snap-on never actually made one of these, I don't believe, but it's Blue Point, and it is essentially a 1/2-inch adapter. So, and as you can see, we can put it to more or less any angle we want, so you can have really funny angles. And it is, as you can see, a ratchet. Well, it's not a ratchet, it's not a ratchet, it just allows you to get some really funny angles. So you can have your ratchet on top here, and as you can see, you can get some really unusual angles with it. Absolutely brilliant, especially for getting into awkward positions. You can more or less put that in any position you want. Really, really good. These are brilliant too. These are made by Snap-on. We've got 3/8 drive here, and we've also got a 1/2 inch. I also have a 3/8 and I have the 1/4 inch as well. Now what they are, they're essentially a ratchet. So like any normal ratchet, you can turn them both ways. But what they essentially are, they turn a breaker bar into a ratchet. So if you've got a big long breaker bar, as you can see here, this is just a normal breaker bar. There's no ratchet on it, where you shove this on the end of it and it then turns it into a ratchet. So it means rather than you buying, if you don't want to buy a really long ratchet, you can buy like a cheap breaker bar. As you can see, this isn't a particularly expensive one by any stretch of the imagination. You can put one of these on the end of it and it turns it into a really good quality ratchet. Absolutely brilliant. It's a way of kind of saving money. If you don't want to buy loads of different ratchets, you can use this on any 1/2 inch, 3/8 or whatever drive you happen to have. I don't think the big one fits in here, no. So yeah, but I mean the big one, as you can see, it's huge. So that's the top drawer. In the second one, as you can see, just ratchets. So I have all types of different size ratchets here. We have, again, like little breaker bars. We have stubby ratchets. These are really handy. You can put different bars on the end of there and it's just like a head of a ratchet there. Very good. The palm ratchet is fantastic. It's another Snap-on ratchet. Then we have Trident ratchet. Now this is a 1/4, as you can see, but it's tiny. But again, for really tight places, it is very, very good. I have a couple of Draper Expert ratchets here that have flexible heads with a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. Again, very good. And then we have a 1/2 inch adjustable Snap-on one. FAC-on one. I've done a tool review on that. That's very good. So that's what's in there. Now, this goes out to anyone except for Connor. And the only reason Connor can't answer this question is because I already told him what this tool was. I'm not going to say what these are, and I want to see if someone can guess. We have two kind of pliery things, so I'm not going to say what they are, but I want someone to tell me what they are. Two of them. We have another funny looking thing. As you can see, it's got a couple of different connections there and a couple of different connections at the top. I am going to do a tool review. I've only recently knew these existed, and they are absolutely brilliant. And this, again, I'm not going to say much about it. I want to see if anyone can guess. It's a snap-on. That's a snap-on. This is a FACOM. And this is, I can't remember the make of this one. Again, it's another good quality, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't quite see it there. But anyway, so that's that drawer. Anyone comment down below, see what they think they are. Next drawer, we have just pliers, cutters, couple of pin nose pliers again. We have timing belt tensioner tool for Volkswagens. We also have, these are fantastic, these remove the plastic clips, the metal clips around all the water pipes, radiator pipes and stuff. We have an exhaust clamp pipe here, which again is very good. A brake tool, the little things that hold the brake shoe on with the little springs. This tool is designed to grab it, take it off. And then we have another clip tool for, you'll see metal clamps around exhaust pipes and stuff and turbo pipes that you can reuse. This tool is designed so you can actually use it at different angles, and it takes undoes the clip and puts it back on. And again, that is a beta. That's a FACOM. That's that one. Can't pronounce it. We have, I think that's a Trident. Can't remember the make of that. Beta. Brit tool, which is now called Expert, which I don't think they should do that, but anyway, that's what they're doing. And then we have another FACOM one there. So, again, like I said, this is not kind of going in here. I just put a few bits in here just so you can kind of see what fits in them, because they are small drawer, but to be fair, a lot of stuff can fit in them. Now I just have, again, simple things we have now. This is very handy. And you got this recently. This is to take off oil filters on the 09010 Ford Focuses. Rather than taking out the headlight, this tool will allow you to actually just remove the airbox, and you have to take out the airbox, so it's a lot easier. We have one of these kind of gimmicky things that I brought years and years ago, never really used it. It's supposed to be able to take any bolt off that's rounded. I got it, never really used it. We have a feeler gauge. Again, these are quite handy. They've got 12, 13, 14 mil, but they fit in your hand nice and easy, as you can see. So just a couple of 12, 13 mil fasteners or bolts, you can actually take them off nice and easy. They fit in your hand nice. They're Draper Expert. This one's a smaller one, goes from 7 or 8, 9 and 10, and again you can see how it fits in your hand quite nicely. Again, we have a timing belt tool here. This is the problem. I mean, just where I am, how things go rusty, it just really pisses me off. It's just where we are on the world, and it just really annoying. But this is the timing belt tool for Golfs to hold the two top cams together. We have old kind of fashion style oil filter remover. They're absolutely brilliant. Should get one of them, they're cheap. And then we have a 14 mil spark plug remover. Again, some of the newer cars have a 14 mil. This is a long reach designed to go down. Spies Peckerman one, that's that one. Box number 2. Top drawer, what do we have in the top drawer? Now, everything's in the way. Let's move that out a bit. We have a couple of punches. They're just all different style punches there. Nothing particularly special. These, however, I do like. These are brilliant. It's a set. They go from 8 mil all the way up to 15 mil. What they are is they're a spanner, but as you can see, they've got this little clip on. So, for example, what I use them a lot for is brake lines. So you can lift this over the brake line, and once it hooks onto the whole of the bolts. So rather than trying to use an open-ended spanner for brake lines, which you can get special brake line spanners, but these do brake lines, but they also do a lot more. And as you can see, they've got a flexible head on them, and once you clamp it round, you get a complete circle around whatever you're happen to be taking off. Even the proper brake line spanners still have a little hole. These have no hole, so once they grab on, and they're really, really good. So yeah, I love them. They are brilliant. They get you out of a lot of shit. Now, what do we have in the second drawer? Now, just adjustable pliers, Facon pliers. This is a little chisel, really good, really strong, made by Beta. You can absolutely hit the hell out of it, and yeah, very good. Then we just have a couple of tools here for using on worms. If you've got a flat tire, this is what you use to put a little worm into your tire to stop it from going down. Now, what do we have here? We have a little mirror, very handy. We have some more punches. Again, this is just, I mean, look how rusty they've gone. And it's not that they've been left outside, it's just where I am. It's just really frustrating. Again, they're brittle, but they're now calling an expert, but they are brittle. And we have a full set of wobbly bars from 3/8 to 1/2 inch to 1/4, all different size wobbly bars. They are absolutely brilliant. Wobbly bars can save your life like you wouldn't believe. Don't know the make of them, but they weren't particularly that expensive, but honestly unbelievable. Now, set of brittle ratchet spanners. And the good thing about these is obviously they're brittle, so it means they're good. But as you can see, they've got a funny end on them. So actually, even the opened end is actually a ratchet. So as you put a bolt through there, you can actually ratchet it like you can this end, even though it's an open end. And again, same problem, just gone rusty, which is really frustrating to look at it because it just is so depressing. Anyway, last drawer. What do we have here? Oh, now. Right, very simple. This one. Right, so what we got in the first one, handy to have a kit where you can obviously make threads. So a tap. You can get a tap and die kit, but this is just a tap. So as you can see, we've got from M3 to M12. But the good thing about it is it gives you the right size drill bit to whatever size you're using. For example, an M8 drill bit, you need a 6.8mm drill bit to tap an M8 bolt. So you can't just put an 8mm drill bit and expect it to work. You need a 6.8mm drill bit for the threads to be proper. So that's why it's handy to get a set like this, because you have the right size drill bits in. Now, these things I like. The really old kind of vintage snap-on tools. I like old tools. They're just kind of cool. And as you can see, they're a valve spring compressor. So, and the model number is CG90. Now, as you can see, very simple looking. We have two little legs, and this screws in and out. And what it essentially does is, this is for the old-fashioned engines with the like the really old engines, not kind of the modern engines, but the really old engines. This fits on the outside of the spring, so this actually attaches onto the valve spring. You screw this down, which compresses the valve spring, which allows you to take the two little things out, which allows you then to take the valve spring off and to put new new valve springs, new anything basically. They're just a valve spring compressor, but they're really old, but they still work. You can still use them for certain things. And what I'm actually using that for is I'm actually going to modify this slightly and use it so I can actually take off valve springs without removing the head. So, and we have two of them there. So that's really it. So that's kind of, this is going to be part one. I will be doing a bigger one with the bigger toolbox with kind of my main tools in it. But this just gives you a little idea first of kind of part one of my toolbox. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment if you want to see more. Like I said, I will be doing more toolbox. I'm going to have to just split them up because doing one video would be too long, too boring. And yeah, so that's it. So look, thumbs up and subscribe. Check out our shop, check out our forum, sign up to it and all that. Please help us on the GoFundMe project, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. We'll see you for the next one.